One of the biggest things that we have to come to terms with as a rider when we're looking to improve is to understand that different stages of training come with inherent parts of messiness. And we think of that as we spend a lot of time making everything smooth, making everything as consistent and as still as possible. And then we have to go to the next stage. And the next stage is all about looking at improving power, improving strength, improving self-carriage. And often when we sit in a stage of just being smooth and just being nice, that makes us feel comfortable as a rider. And yet it puts a big handbrake on the fact of us moving forward to the next stage, which might be self-carriage, which might be getting our tempo upbeat a little bit more. It can also then restrict those because we move away from the fact that we've made it smooth and nice. It's a big contradiction in our own mind as riders that we've made everything smooth and nice and now we're going to shake it up a little bit. And that shaking up is for a worthy cause. And this is what we've got to remind ourselves of, that we are doing this for a reason. We are making ourselves uncomfortable, making ourselves a little bit messy. But the end result is for our horse and us to improve as a combination. So we make a lot of time, we spend a lot of time making it smooth, making it rideable, making it easy. And then sometimes that very thing that we've been working on restricts us from moving forward. So to make it more powerful, we've got to feel a little uncomfortable, we've got to feel a little uncoordinated, we've got to lose our timing a little bit. But then to gain that extra strength and to get used to that and to build that, we're prepared to pay that price. And often we subconsciously don't want to pay that price because we have made it smooth and we have made it nice. So one of the biggest things as a rider getting used to the fact is we'll go through stages of making something very workable, very rideable and very smooth, to then having to pull that apart a little bit to go for the next stage. Feel a little bit chaotic, feel a little bit unsure, feel a little bit unstable to get the next little bit of self-carriage. It always seems contradictory as a rider to do that, and yet that's the very thing we need to lean into. So one of the best things we can learn as a rider is being smooth, being rideable, isn't always the end result that we want, because that can actually leave us with a little bit of a handbrake for improving to the next stage. So not all forms of messy are bad. Not all forms of feeling a little unorthodox or feeling a little behind the eight ball are a bad sign that we're doing it wrong, because sometimes we need to service those thoughts and making sure that we work through them to get the improvement that we want in the next stage. So if you can come to terms with the fact that not all stages of training should be smooth and nice, and that some stages of training are inherently going to be messy, inherently going to feel not as clean, not as what we think of as poetic license, we come to terms with the fact that we're going to make ourselves a little uncomfortable to get the improvement we want. So we're prepared to pay that cost. Have a think about that. Have a think about then what that opens the door up to your next training stage, and that sometimes being messy is actually a sign that you're letting go of the stage you're at and you're reaching forward for the stage that you want to get to. I hope that helps. Remember to like and subscribe. My name is Ben Netterfield, and I hope to catch you on the next video.